I know there's a Sceptile player that recently won a tournament and used Diglett. He just cheap shot at him in the back as he was running away, and she's laughing about it. Hey guys, it's Adam aka Swimming Bird, and welcome to Pokkén Tournament. Today we're continuing C rank in the Ferrum League, but if you missed any parts so far, there's a playlist at the top of the description. Based on your comments, one of the most popular Pokemon requested is Gardevoir, the Fairy Protector with PSI powers. If you've got a Pokemon you'd like to see next, please let me know in the comments. So Gardevoir, one that I never really liked too much. I think it's because I skipped out on Gen 3. I was taking a Poke break at that time, so I never have had the memory of catching a Ralts and bonding with it as it evolved. But, as in the normal Pokemon games, when you play with a Pokemon for a while, you start to get a connection with it. I think that's why Nuzlockes are so popular. You get these Pokemon that you wouldn't expect to use or you wouldn't choose to use normally, and you're forced to bond with them until they die or they're sent to the box. But anyways, yeah, so having a Pokemon and using it is just a good way to like it more. Or I think also if you watch the show at all, it's nice to see them in the full glory of animation to get a good idea of what they're like personality-wise. So Gardevoir, very elegant, and now has the fairy typing thanks to Gen 6. It's a lot more popular now with its Mega Evolution. The League Champion has one in Gen 6 as well. We're having a mirror match here, so you get to see a weird red Gardevoir who's going to help me illustrate the moves. So we've got a lot of range attacks. Just normal A is the Psyshock, which we can kind of throw out there. A little tough to land if they're jumping over you, but we'll do a grab to transition back and then send one out. And if you hold down A after you use a move, you can charge up, and here we go, Moonblast. Very powerful there. So yeah, Psyshock is just tapping A normally, and then you can also transition into a Moonblast if you want, but we gotta look out, trying to use Magical Leaf on me. That's not gonna work. Let's get a counter. The counter on Gardevoir is pretty close range. I think Weavile has that problem as well. I know a lot of people early on said Gardevoir maybe not super high tier, but I don't know if that's changed a lot since the game's been out for a bit. But we're gonna see if we can change that perception a little bit. Ooh, Gardevoir just outside the range of getting toxicked, but we'll get her here. There we go. All right. So yeah, Psyshock is the normal A move. When you're in the air, when you're jumping, you can use a midair floating ability, very elegant, like the gown that Gardevoir wears. You float in the air. Also, kind of papery. I never realized she might be, or he, it might be based off of a paper doll a little bit. But yeah, you can float for a bit to kind of stall, like Chandelure we used before had the little chandelier swing. But you can use that to stall a little bit in the air. We gotta look out because we got a Mega Gardevoir. Let's do the same, and if we can hit them at the right time, I hope I guarded fast enough. We got some range. Yeah, we're all right. That's Fairy Tempest, which I'm gonna try to use on her. That's our Synergy Burst. She's guarding as well, though. If she drops it, we'll take her out. There we go. All right. I'll let this play out. Taking you to space. And just destroying. All right, not too much damage there, but it's not bad. Transition into duel. So there's a lot of different kind of complicated factors with Gardevoir. Now the high stance on Gardevoir will actually heal your life, 6 HP a second. It's kind of risky though. You got to be careful with that because if you're not, if you're just sitting there with your high stance going, then your opponent has many opportunities to just wail on you. So I don't know if that's the best of those abilities. I think a lot of the stance abilities are very situational. Sceptile has the same one, though, where you can just kind of heal as long as you're holding up in duel phase. All right, we took out that mirror match. But yeah, there's a few different combinations that you're going to have to learn with Gardevoir if you want to use this one, because Calm Mind is... I'm going to maybe give her a little defense. She doesn't have the best HP. But yeah, Calm Mind is the back and A Pokken move that you'll use to basically transition into like 4 or 5 different moves. Bah, scared. Hilaire. Scared you, didn't I? We like to drop in unexpected. Okay. I thought it was like a punk dude. Let's see. We haven't really used Espeon and Umbreon too much, I don't think. But yeah. So back in A is Calm Mind. Now it doesn't seem to boost any stats unlike the normal games, but it will build up these little swirls around you. You can get 3 of them if you do 3 Calm Mind, up to 3, And then stored power is forward and A, or if you hit X and do a combo, you can transition to it as well. And stored power, I'll show you, not very strong on its own, and it's very close range. But if you have a bunch of Calm Mind built up, you can get a bit stronger with it. So I'll throw one out. See, very close range here. Not really going to do too much for you. But if you push back an A, you'll do Calm Mind, and you'll build up this little swirl. And if Suicune doesn't take me out, there we go. I use Dazzling Gleam, which is back in A plus A. There we go, do another one there. Suicune has a pretty good counter, but we're gonna be able to hold him off. That's another fairy move. So now that we have 3 of these swirls, if I do forward and A, we'll send out a crazy stored power with more range and more hits to it. And I think I mentioned you can also use that, ooh, dropping water down on me, are ya? You can use that stored power in your X combo. So if I build a few Calm Minds here, see if we can get that going. Just gotta be careful. Dazzling Gleam, very good for getting people to back up, but short range as well. Kind of like the counter on Gardevoir, which I think is really close range. Weavile, I think, has that power as well. A lot of people have been saying Gardevoir, maybe not high tier. Early on, they said that at least. I don't know if that's still true. But yeah, so if we build up some Calm Mind, I'm gonna try to do it this time. And then I'll use my, just gotta be careful because it's putting us pretty vulnerable. You need to make sure you're safe. And then we'll try to do this X combo here. See if we can transition. There we go. Get that stored power. All right, pretty good. Let's go into our little burst mode. Just floated there for you guys elegantly. There we go. But yeah, so getting that stored power built up is a nice benefit of having Calm Mind going. You don't want to necessarily focus on that, but it is nice to have that added benefit if you're gonna be building that up. She's got a cool little slide kick if you do down and Y in dual phase. And we took Suicune out. And I'll show you guys, we showed Dazzling Gleam, but there's a bunch of other moves that transition from Calm Mind, so we'll show that next time. Look at her, so fancy. She's got cool little like, it's like a weird sort of mask almost. I guess it would be like a masquerade. In Japan, Gardevoir is called Sir Knight, which I always think of Gardevoir as a female-looking Pokemon, but you can be, male or female Gardevoir, or you can raise one. Baha! Don't think you've won this yet. But Sir Knight, I think that's because it links in with the guarding. It's a protector. It's very loyal to its trainer and keeps them safe. So yeah, Calm Mind. We can do Energy Ball. There's a few different ways to use Energy Ball as well. There's a bit more to this Pokemon than certain ones, but it's not quite as complicated as others in Pokken. So Energy Ball, grass move, but Gardevoir's got it. And if you push Y after you use Calm Mind, it's basically like push A, get Dazzling Gleam, push Y, get Energy Ball, and push X, you get Psychic. Push B to jump, and you can teleport. So any of the 4 buttons that you're going to be using will have a different move associated after you activate Calm Mind. So if we do Calm Mind, and then we accidentally Dazzling Gleam there. There we go, Energy Ball. Just got to look out for this... This Garchomp here. He's shooting at the wall. That's not going to get me. Oh, I guess it is if he's using his crazy whatchamacallits, his weird little shark blades. So back and Y. You can also hit that Y button again right after, and it will diffuse the Energy Ball. So it kind of shoots out in more directions. Kind of gives you more coverage there. So it's a nice way to use it. Let's see if we can Calm Mind again. And then I want to get in here and do, oh geez, gotta be careful now. Come here, buddy. I'm gonna just kind of, I was gonna break through there. I'll use my Diglett to kind of stop him a little bit, and then we'll maybe transition into a, geez. There we go. Oh, he's just destroying me right now. I was trying to use stored power. I thought I activated my Diglett. There we go. That's what threw me off. Diglett is pretty popular. I noticed I've been watching some of the competitive Pokken tournament matches, and some of the really good players, I know there's a Sceptile player that recently won a tournament and used Diglett. He just cheap shotted him in the back as he was running away, and she's laughing about it. But yeah, they used Diglett to really set up a bunch of combos and keep it going against the wall, and worked really well. So I'll have to integrate that into my playstyle maybe. Do some creative inspiration by copying some player. No, I'll get to Sceptile a little later. I know that one's another popular one to use, so I wanna try to use it as well. That's a Pokemon that I've really liked since that came out. I was talking about Gen 3 Pokemon I don't necessarily like that much, but Sceptile's one that I really do like. I think it's my favorite starter from Gen 3. So yeah, we've shown the, oh yeah, we got to do Psychic. So back in A to activate your Calm Mind, and then hit X to do Psychic. And it's a bit of a delay, but it has a crazy blast to it. You just got to be careful and not let that shark get you too much. There we go. I'm going to try to, ooh, there we go. All right, I'm going to go into, yeah, that was a good way to use that stored power. All right, Cubone, take him out. We don't have much time left to, or much energy on him, so I might as well finish him with a burst attack. There we go. Didn't even need to do the whole thing because it finished him off. There's a magical leaf explosion to end with beautiful little cherry blossom petals. So magical leaf is another move that you can use with Gardevoir. We have to show teleport though. That's the last one of the Calm Mind moves. Psychic is really cool looking. I like the moves that, there we go, we can look like Hilaire or whatever, Hillary. Psychic is one of the cooler ones that has that, like, you think my moves disappeared or, you know, gone behind the, gone into another dimension, and then it pops out and it's like, bam, it's a lot bigger than you realize. Kind of reminds me of Zelda in, not the series, but Zelda, the character in Smash Brothers, has Din's Fire, and it, like, disappears a little bit as it travels and then explodes in this huge, powerful blast. So yeah, if you you just tap X after doing Calm Mind, get that Psychic out. Now teleport is when you tap B, and teleport could probably get you out of some situations. To me, it seems really situational because it does not teleport you as far as I would have thought. You can change the direction that it teleports by holding different directions when you're doing it, but at the same time, it's a little weird. I'll show you real quick. So just tap B, and you'll teleport up, or you can teleport kind of forwards a little bit, but it does not send you very far, basically. So I don't know, it seems pretty situational to me. Now some of the, I gotta show you I think there's like this, yeah, the one where she'll like hold when you're in dual phase. I have to show you guys that. But anyways, teleport doesn't seem like the best option a lot of the time. But let me see if I can get this going. There's a move where you tap in and then hold, and she'll do this crazy like twirl, but I don't know if I can get in close enough and get him without destroying this Weavile first, as Bunnelbees spin around in the background. But yeah, almost like a ballroom dancing inspired move that she can do for one of her combos. Magical Leaf has a crazy amount of ways that you can use it. Now, most of them involve jumping, so you jump and hit A to just do a normal Magical Leaf. It'll home in on your opponents. Another thing that's similar to Sceptile, he has a lot of leafing kind of homey attacks like that, homing. And then if you jump and hit A and then hit Y, you can do another little follow-up. So there's a bunch of different ways you can do it. You can also jump and hit A and X to kind of slam down. It's just other moves you transition after you use Magical Leaf, like so. There we go. And then we'll go into burst mode. And then in dual mode, there's also just a normal Magical Leaf you can use, but it's a little different looking when you're Mega. It has to be a little farther. A lot of her moves seem to be very range-based, like some of the others like Chandelure and stuff. You want to be kind of away. Nice float over there that I used to get out of the way of some of those attacks. Got to be careful here. There we go. I feel like I grab too often. I need to practice not just shielding and grabbing in situations. It's almost the opposite of Smash. In Smash, I feel like I could grab more, but in Pokken, I'm almost, falling back on grabs too much. So that's somewhere I need to improve. But yeah, so Magical Leaf, 4 different ways to use it, depending on the phase, just kind of adding in extra hits and stuff. So pretty useful. Oops, didn't mean to do that, but that's all right. A little bit of extra damage never hurt. Let's go up against George and show Future Sight, I think is the last move. You two might be strong, but we aren't about to give up. I'm the youngest executive in all of Ferrum. His little outfit, he looks like he's ready to go sell or buy or do something to stocks and portfolios. All right, he's got a Machamp. So Future Sight is when you do up and down with the A button, and it sends out a, it has to be in dual mode, I believe, but it sends out a little attack that, basically what I was saying with Psychic, where it's cool, where there's like a delay and then it hits you. And I know that in the show, I was talking about the show version of Pokemon, the anime. Danielle, my girlfriend, and I still watch that, and it's gotten really good. I think it's been probably the best it's been in a long time recently. A lot of the time it's a little, basic plots and stuff, but at the same time it's enjoyable. But recently they've been doing a lot of cool stuff, and they had a gym battle. One of the gym leaders in Kalos had Future Sight that they used a lot, and it was cool to see like they send out an attack, and then it's like you gotta wait a little bit to see what happens with it. So let me see if we can get back Machamp a little off. I'll send out a feature sight, and there we go. It burst behind him a little bit, but I'll try to. Oop, he's just gonna hit through. Gotta look out with Machamp. A couple combos on this guy, and he's just ready to go and take you out before you can stand much damage. Diglett, save me, my little guys. There we go. All right, gonna try to back up a little bit, and maybe we'll send out a future sight. He's gonna be away from it. Yeah, it's kind of hard to time that unless you got an opponent that's really staying back. I think it would be good on, talk about Garden too much. I think that would be a good move to use on, oh no, on a Pokemon that's also trying to play with projectiles and play the ranged game, like, say, Chandelure. You could use a lot of those feature sights to hit him far off. Let's send in some of these Psyshocks and maybe hit him with a Moonblast. If he's, nope, he's gonna guard it. All right, buddy, I'm homing in on you. Look out. Oh, and we'll activate that. I think we caught him in it. There we go. All right, that'll do a lot of damage, but Future Sight, it's cool looking, but, and I think it does a lot of damage. It's just a little situational, like a lot of this stuff, but knowing when to use a move is part of the process. I'm gonna try to charge up some Dazzling Gleams. Or Calm Mind, sorry. Get that Dazzling Gleam going. I hope I guard it in time. There we go. And then see if we can dash in and hit him with a good old stored power. There we go. All right. Should be pretty much ready to get him here. Oop. Gotta look out. All right. He was still in his burst mode, so that's a scary time to deal with a Machamp. Let's send out some magical leaves while we're at range. There we go. Lots of damage. Took him down. The beautiful autumn sending is not going to stop me from using cherry blossom petals. All right. Yeah, as long as I don't get knocked out, I'm going to try to use feature sight before we end here. You guys basically got the gist of it, though. It's kind of just, setting up. Ooh, this will be a good opportunity. There we go. And then there's also the high version, but unless your opponent's jumping a lot, probably not going to get much out of that. All right. Look out. Going to try to swing around here. Maybe we can get a Moonblast on him. That's that signature fairy move that's so strong. All right, buddy. I'm coming for you. Gardevoir doesn't seem like too much of a close-range attacker, but you can do some cool stuff with her, like, spinny combos and stuff. Cubone, bring him in. He draws him in, and then I feature sight him if he doesn't get me first. Have one of those, buddy. I hope I blocked in time. I did not. Oh, I thought that was his burst move. Stay over there. Here we go. And this might do it if he wasn't blocking. I think he was in the middle of an attack. All right, he's out of there. Thank you guys so much. We're going to finish off by unlocking some amiibo rewards. That's where I got my title that I'm currently using, Gardevoir's Good Friend. But we took down a bunch of competitors and did all right, despite this Pokemon being one that I wouldn't normally gel with, but it worked out all right. Oops, there we go again. I don't think it matters too much. A lot of people just stack attack like crazy on these skills, but nicely done. You might just have what it takes. Maybe. All right, there we go. Let's check out the results. We're getting close to being able to challenge. Yeah, we're going up in the rankings. All right. I think we're getting close to being able to challenge the leader of the blue rank. A little bit longer here. Yeah, we're still a little bit away, but we did all right. Okay, thank you guys so much again. I'm a little rusty at Pokken, but I'm getting back into it. Let's quickly finish up with some amiibo rewards as amiibo. That's the only word I caught in there. Autumn, ooh, that's beautiful. That would be nice looking. We could use a Pokemon that specializes in leaves if you want to see them next. Harvest Festival. You guys let me know, though, in the comments, of course, if you want to leave feedback, tips, that sort of thing, but especially what Pokemon you want to see. And thumbs up on comments of a Pokemon. Usually I'll look and try to go through all the comments, but it definitely helps if I see, like, whatever Pokemon has a ton of thumbs up. Then I know a lot of people are like, yeah, I like that Pokemon. Thank you guys again. Please leave a like if you enjoyed this. I'll see you next time for more Pokkén Tournament. Goodbye.